It has something to do with me being here in the darkest of the dark. Understanding, grasping, and seeing. This is a weird thing. My experience as a child and growing up, and the experiences that I've had that have been pulled towards the dark, then to the darkness of the dark, that kind of darkness, and yet I would pull back out into divinity and like stand my ground. I get pulled back a little bit, and then I pull back. That is like I think of it like iocane powder.
Yes.
I built it up by constant exposure and understanding and working and having to deal with it and come back to divinity from it. And it's been a long and tedious process, but I have built up an immunity to that.
Wow.
To anti-divinity. Okay.
Does your bigger self have it? Or just
my bigger self has it.
Okay.
Because my bigger self, I am not separate from my bigger self. I'm just
okay.
It's like it's perspective. It's like I'm like you said, like maybe the little toe.
Okay.
So for my little toe, my little toe experiences stuff, and I'm experiencing everything my little toe is. It's just sometimes my toe can't see what's going on top of my head because I can't bend that way. And I'm still contemplating this because I don't know how this is going to play. The physical me that is here, the extension that is here, I can feel the broadening now. Hold on just a minute. I don't know how this is going to play out for me here in the physical. I don't know how it's going to play out. I get that I'm going to be very calm and it's going to be very quiet and it just will be. And my bigger self is going to be doing this. Is not a little toe doing it. It is time for the restraints to be removed. What I do not know. Wait a second. Hold on a second. What? Hold on a minute. Huh?
What?
Oh, just a minute. I'm talking to the one in the origin. Oh, what? How? But when did I... Okay. I'm just... The one in the origin point... This was our plan. The origin. I was... What? How did God know about... God didn't know... How did... Wait a second. What? Dude! I'm just the... What? Okay. Holy cannoli... What? I'm... Okay. Just a second. The one in the origin... You've been the one that's... Okay, hold just a minute. What? Are you sure? Okay. Alright. I don't understand about the time or how this passed... Wait. Okay, somehow... Don't ask me exactly what or how to explain this in a linear manner, but some point or way, the one in the origin, I did what I was me, okay? I don't know whether it was in a future me or a past me or when things were going bad me or what me or somehow at some point this was not the first time I'd contacted the origin, or maybe it was don't know linear. Okay, the one in the origin point and I understood and knew what was going on here. We saw what was happening and knew it happened and we go back and fix it. I don't know how that works, but the plan was only the one in the origin point and I knew this plan. We hadn't told God or anyone else about this plan. It was just, no one else knew about this plan. It was just between the origin point and I. And to send me to do all this stuff, everything, why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that. That's going to be stupid. Don't do that. But it was a part of this plan. It was all part of the plan. All the stupid stuff I've been through, all the bad and all the evil and all that. It was because now, great day. Because now we have the capacity, not the capacity. It wasn't God that I was asking to give me the ability to do this stuff. It wasn't up to God, because God didn't know this was going on. It was the one of the origin point was holding me back so that I didn't act before it was ready. I had to get completely immune. I had to get to this completely immune place. I had to get there. I had to do what I did. This is the one of the origin point, and I had this plan. And the big me, I can't handle. But of course, I used to always say that. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm saying here when I say I don't know what's going to happen to me here in the physical is I don't know if I'm going to be asleep. Oh wait, that's going to be perfectly fine. I don't know. I'm going to remain in the physical. That's what I just got. Okay. I don't know how what this is going to play out. It's not the me that is here that's so much the issue about it. It's the big me. It's the big me that touched. Remember I told you, if it's in creation, I touch it. I know it.
Yes.
I'm aware of it. I'm also aware, because of the immunity, I am aware of all the anti-divinities. I know where they're all at. I do. The big me knows where they're all at. Every last speck of them, everywhere. I know the big part. I know the big part. I know where it's at. I know what's going on. This is the point. This is the origin. The origin is working with me in this. Is doing this with me, through me. We'll say through me. This was, yes, I did it. I absolutely did it. I would not hold back from doing this. Of course I wouldn't. Yes, okay. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. And the extension's going to talk to, hold on just a second. The extension is going to talk to God a little bit, because God's going to be able to see what is going on here. And okay, I'm calmer now. Okay. I'm completely calm now. If you could go ahead and just connect to God again for just a moment, please.
Hello.
Hello, God. I am talking to you because I want a perspective of what you are seeing right now.
I'm cut off from it.
Do you not see what is happening?
With you?
Yes.
No, I do not.
Do you not see what is happening? Do you not see what I am doing?
No.
Are you talking? Have you talked to the origin?
I'm trying, but he won't let me in right now. I tried to talk to you, and you were like, it had these immensely strong barriers up.
I guess that I am in no pain or suffering at all.
I'm getting that God isn't supposed to know this.
Very well.
Because if he was supposed to, they would have already told him.
Yes. Then just do whichever it is that you want me to be doing, God. The divinity is moving towards doing.
Okay.
There were things that I was not supposed to be sharing with those on the forum about what was going on with God. And I knew that. I knew what I should not have shared. And what I should share that would be encouraging and would have people in the right frame of mind I have felt this before. I did not know what this was before. I have felt this before. Always before. It's weird that I know what it is. I am not. There is kindness. I do not know what is happening. I can just feel it moving. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
But it is very, very
cozy?
I was going to say, if you were laying in a very, like in a beach with like a slight waves, not big waves, and you're just laying, floating in the water, and you can, you know how you float on the water, it comes up around your face but doesn't cover your face?
Yeah.
And you float in the water, and you can feel the water moving to and fro. It is like that. I don't know what's actually is happening. I don't know where it is happening or how it is happening. And God and them should be just continuing on with the process with whatever they were doing, because I had guided them to follow that process.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is that the origin and I had in plan, because I still do not know. And let me rephrase that. My bigger self knows the extension. I'm afraid. Even with all the sci-fi and stories, she couldn't comprehend the wibbledy-wobbledy plan that this was. I'm going to let her open her eyes and just continue on as though everything is fairly normal. We are working on this. That is why she was wondering why every time she would call out to more and connect with more, and she was determined. I know. I know. It has been difficult and hard. And the reason that I chose you to work with me to do this is because you are such a spitfire. She was relentless and determined, and she did this. Was not the first time. The first. I like her. I like her very much. Very much. I am proud of her. Very proud. She didn't her limitations never did work well. Oh, these are your limitations. Nope, I'm gonna go farther. Always you are doing that. Oh yes. I know that the extension is having difficulty comprehending this. But you wanted, and it was necessary for you to live this quiet little awkward life in the physical, in the darkest of the dark. You could not, if you had gotten, other lives would have made you more sidetracked, more complicated and complicated. I can't get the words. This is what you needed. I'm sorry it's been so bad, but there was no other way to be able to get the immunity to the anti-divinity. Their nature you understood, and that they would continually attack, and not realizing that was giving you the immunity. because you are connected with me. I am the origin one, the one who creates the creators. I do not dream like the creators, but I am the creator of the creators. I'm going to let her separate now because so she doesn't get too overloaded and go into spirals. It's okay. You will have questions and you will poke and prod because you must. And that'll be fine. It is already now in progress. Just give her a few seconds to just breathe. The origin one is very calm, very calm. Creators are, oh wow. I just said that in the plural. The creators are more energetic and they're the artistic creator, the one who's outside with the blowtorch welding something and they're painting stuff on their ceiling and they're taking pieces of glass and gluing it everywhere. Those types, that's what creators are like. They're fantastical. They're amazing and it's wonderful. And everything that lives within a creation has the spark of their creator in it. So it's like just fun. It's like a festival of fun. And you can be in it like a festival. You can have the one side that has the quiet little corner here, and then the really loud banjo player over there. You can have all of those within one. Yes, you can have all of those within one festival. But that's what a creator is like. But there's still a little bit of them coming through, because this one surprised even the origin, because usually creations stay in their little festivals. Okay, she is so stubborn and determined, and she just won't. Her divinity is so. Let me go back to this. I'm going to go back to this and say this clearly. And this is going to be hard for those in a creation to understand and hear this. Her divinity is pure. It is pure divinity that is like my divinity. It has the flavor of the Creator. But her divinity, she connected to me directly. I will explain it this way in your terms and ideas. It is like she is the granddaughter who is just like the grandmother, but she didn't really spend time with the grandmother. And then she went and sought out the grandmother, and they clicked instantly, and they were like totally inseparable. All the grandmother's qualities were there and were heightened and brought to the fore. She still loved and was part of the family, but there was that special relationship with her and the grandmother. That is like what we have. There was a problem with divinity in this creation, and she knew it was wrong. Something was wrong, and she just had to keep pushing to find, because she could tell something was off with it, just a little off with divinity there, and she knew it was off, and she had to try to figure out what it's supposed to be like, because it had been just a little off, and she had to figure out what it's supposed to taste like. Yes. It's like the recipe that she says, this is good, but I think something's missing here. So she went back to the original writer of the recipe, like, oh, you forgot this one thing. And they're like, I knew there had to be something there. That is what she did. But she didn't just go back and say, hey, God, we forgot this. Because everybody was making it God's way. And so it's like we had to come up with this plan. Oh, okay. This is enough for the extension because the extension cannot. Because she is so pure in her divinity, if she were to aware of what was trying, all the pieces that are coming together and with her bigger self, she would be jumping around making demands and causing problems and it's too many things and too much because it's everything in creation. And she can't do that. So she can't, we're talking because, hey, I mean, like, we do this. Yeah, she talks with him for God. But we also have this connection. But we couldn't have it like this while she was getting the immunity. I was still infusing her and making sure. Yeah, those last few ones were really bad. But when they were doing this, you were getting the newest variant, the newest variants, and adjusting to them. The attacks have been pretty stupid on their part. They didn't realize what was going on, but I guess that was the whole point of it. They couldn't realize what was going on. God couldn't know what was going on because if God, the whispering ones had access to God, and if God had known what was going on, then they would have known too. So, okay, we're just gonna let it, and we're not sharing it also with you, me, or with anyone else. Like I said, the extension doesn't know what's really going on, because if she knew what was going on, then you would pick up on it, and then no, this is I'm doing this and she's doing this. We're troublemakers.
Good.
Yes, it's like the grandmother and the granddaughter who go off and they go shopping and they do all the stuff that the parents would never want her to do. But it's like they go to the store and they get the clothes that the mother doesn't approve of, and they get the foods that the mother doesn't approve of, and they go to the show. She doesn't like jazz, but it's like they go to a jazz bar and the grandmother lets her drink not beer, wine. They get there to drink whatever drink their mother doesn't like her to drink, and she's listening to weird poetry and, walking around barefoot on tables and stuff like that. And the grandmother just is right along there with her, just loving it up. And this is what it is like. This is our relationship. She has a wonderful relationship with God. She is not that she's just only has a relationship with me. But we just have our own unique an interesting relationship. Yeah, I like this one. We get along well. Okay, I'm going to keep pulling away a little more. I didn't do it too suddenly because I am completely connected with her fullest self, so we're not really, really disconnected, but we have lots of blocks up right now. God doesn't have to be worried. No. I think that something bad has happened because it is not.
No, I didn't get the feeling he was worried. He was more confused than worried.